Trash Talk, we actually vet our sponsors. We don't just take their money and run like a butter bar lieutenant lost on the land nav course. Are you finally ready to plant your flag and claim your territory? Maybe it's time to use that VA loan to buy a home. Or hell, maybe you're looking to refinance and put some extra cash in your pocket for more questionable life decisions. Either way, the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage, has your six. Look, buying a home or refinancing can feel like getting overrun on a bad op. Chaotic, confusing, and full of obstacles that make no damn sense. That's where Corey and his team come in. They're like the QRF of home loans, ready to pull you out of the chaos and guide you to the best program for you. And trust me, they'll answer all your questions. Yeah, even the dumb ones. Whether you're a salty vet or fresh out of barracks still trying to figure out where your TA-50 went. Great service, solid rates, and a team that actually understands the military life. That's why all of us here at Veteran Trash Talk trust them to do right by every veteran and their family. Ready to lock it in? Give Corey a call or shoot him a text at 808-699-7874. That's 808-699-7874. Don't wait. Unless you like overpaying and getting treated like an FNG. The Veterans Mortgage Source is powered by Canopy Mortgage, LLC. All loans are subject to credit and property approval.
You know what pisses me off? Somewhere along the way, a lot of veterans started believing their best years are behind them. I was somebody back then. I had purpose back then. I mattered back then. Why? Who told you your peak was 25 years old? Who convinced you the uniform was the only thing that made you valuable? Because if that's true, then everything you've learned, every deployment, every miserable field problem, every lesson was all for freaking nothing. I don't buy that. You spent years learning discipline. You learned leadership. You learned how to stay calm when everyone else was losing their freaking mind. And now, you're telling me you can't build something incredible as a civilian? No, you're not broken. You're just comfortable telling yourself the story that your best chapter is already written. Here's the truth. Nobody cares what your rank used to be. Nobody cares what your MOS was. Nobody cares how many deployments you had unless you use those experiences to become something today. Stop introducing yourself with who you used to be and introduce yourself with what you're building now. Because the day you stop living in your military resume is the day your future gets bigger than your freaking past. The uniform gave you a foundation. It was never supposed to become your ceiling.
And so my honesty cap is dedicated to a little, we'll call it a public service announcement for civilians and other people in the military. There are a few people that you should always take their stories with a grain of salt. Vegans, CrossFitters, and special operations guys that tell you that they were special operations without being prompted. And the first thing they say is, yeah, I used to be soft, right? The only unicorn in this entire group is like a special operations guy that was like a vegan and did CrossFit. That guy's probably going to stay quiet for a little bit longer because he's confused as what he should talk about first. That's the only reason. Right? Anybody that says that they were soft without being prompted or without it being like a normal part of your communications is probably either an enabler or going to tell you a bunch of stuff that's not exactly true.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks Nation? Big Earl. You heard Dave talk. You heard Buddy talk. Now, Buddy's all about, he is a Green Beret and he's Special Forces and yada, yada, yada. But he will not tell you that unless, he really, really likes you and he's made dinner for you. However, what Veteran Trash Talk does is we bring a lot of light to the veteran community, the first responder community. We promote that what we're doing well, all right, whether we're running for office, we started a business, nonprofit, all those things. Veteran Trash Talk is a super clean page. We got Gruntworks if you want to go there and raise a little hell a little bit. But we are here to promote veteran-owned businesses. So the show you are about to watch is a veteran or veterans or a spouse of a veteran or a child of a veteran that's doing great things in the community, and we need your help promoting them and getting them all the success that they need. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What is up, Gruntworks Nation? Welcome to Season 5, Episode 2 of the Trash Talk Hour. Special guest today is British Army veteran Ben Reed, CEO and co-founder of Redeployable. And joining me as usual, our buddy and the Big Earl. Happy freaking Saturday. Cheers.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm a little pumped up today. Excited. Got to put on my peasant's hat because we have somebody who is from a lineage of peasants on the show. Because either you had title or you didn't. All right, you just deal with it. All right. Yeah. So I got most of my research on. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm a descendant of peasants, most definitely in the north of England. We're not from King's country, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I'm with solidarity with you. You know, power to the people. I learned most of my British history from Monty Python, so that's pretty much all I go off of. Yeah, so excited to have this show going. We got Tanner Port lighting up the X Factor, so that's good. He'll get a lot of people watching. Legit.
If you're watching, make sure and go check out the Talk Monkey. Serious stuff, man. I've watched every episode so far. Freaking love it. Great things you're doing there, Tanner. Love it.
And me. I host the show.
And you too. I don't need to give you any credit. Like, whatever, dude. We don't give each other credit, you know?
Yeah.
Enough.
And they bring out all these guys with PhDs, and then the Big Earl's here. You know, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, explain that.
But anyhow, let's kick this show. Let's get this show kick started. And it's funny because I sent this conspiracy to Chris a couple days ago. I was early. All right, Chris. I think I made the 48-hour timeline or whatever that I needed to make. And then I read the email traffic that Nick sent out yesterday and saw that our guest is actually from England. And this conspiracy actually takes place in England. And it's probably one of the most documented reincarnation cases ever investigated. So Chris, go ahead and play the video and then we're going to talk about it.
publicly about their childhood. For them, the memories of Joanna and Jacqueline are like distant dreams, faint, familiar, but forever a part of who they are. More than 60 years later, the mystery remains. If the Pollock twins truly carried the memories of lives before, then perhaps, just once, death was not the end, only the beginning of another story.
Man, that was sad, man. You hit us up with that sad shit.
Right in the deep end as a horror.
I'm trying to figure out why
the dumpster fire started. Yeah,
her whole life. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess my take. Before I pass it over to Ben, I don't know. I don't know if reincarnation is real or not. I don't know what happens when we pass. In this case, I would probably venture to say it's a thing that I can't explain it. Obviously, none of us have the answer to that, but I would actually venture to say that this actually happened, and maybe those girls were reincarnated, or maybe those girls were talking to spirits of the deceased girls that were communicating with them to I don't know. I think there's too many things that point to stuff that just we can't understand, right? So just to sit here and flat out say none of that happened, right? I mean, they talk about how the dad believed in reincarnation, so maybe they were pushing that a little bit, and every time the girl said something, he's like, "Oh, that happened." I believe that those girls knew something, whether they were reincarnated or whether they were being told by the spirits of their deceased sisters, and that's my take. Ben, what do you got?
I've got too many questions. About it. Like,
I have the same.
Ask away. I'll try to answer them because I do my extensive research of 20 minutes when I pull these videos. So I'll try to.
To truly answer something, you have to ask questions. So
yeah,
we can break this down.
Let's do it.
Why did it fade at 5-year-old? I don't understand why it would fade off at 5-year-old. Like, why would they just stop seeing that? Like, that's one of my questions. The other question is that does one of the girls like the world of the other girls who died, and then the other are they both like sensing both of the girls' lives? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they like is it like a joint thing where they just know everything that happened in that sense? Like I don't know. I
guess they were both pointing out things. And from my understanding, from the extensive research that I've done, in parentheses here, the parents had never told the girls about their deceased sisters. So all the stuff that they were mentioning was just like out of the blue, like, recognizing a playground or a school that they went to, or asking for specific toys that their deceased sisters played with. So hopefully that answers that they were both doing it. And then I didn't hear your other question. What was that? Why did it stop at 5? Or
like why did it just end? Like, why would they stop?
Why?
I don't know.
They died at 5.
I think at that age, personally, now this is just a personal opinion, I think at that age we're just way more free spirited until like social media, until like our brains are whatever being trained to believe, our parents' beliefs systems, whatever it may be. I feel like at that age we're still like so wide open to like the universe, and we like can take everything in. And then obviously, our opinions on things change, all that stuff. So that's just my opinion on that, why it stopped. Maybe at the age of 5, real programming starts. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Megan just said the same thing you just tried to say. I think she typed it a little bit more smarter than you.
Oh yeah, look, she beat me to it. Love my wife. Love you, baby. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah.
Yeah, but hey, big shout out to James
anyway,
coming in from Denver, and Josh from Nashville.
Yeah, you asked those questions, Ben. What do you think? Obviously those questions, do you think it's just a bunch of BS and really didn't happen?
No.
Or if you had to give a take, like,
I'm generally like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if there's a bit of a delay as well. I think we got this pretty terrible, honestly. You don't have the US Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like air conditioning.
I just think there's like I believe in that there's things beyond what we can comprehend, like what we understand. Like I'm a big believer in like this kind of stuff, I'm not someone who discusses bullshit. Like, I think that's absolute bullshit.
You can say
I
that. You're
genuinely
allowed to
think
say that.
there's-
You
Yep.
are allowed to disagree
So,
with it.
so you'd
Yeah.
go, let's say 70-30, Ben? This is real? Or 50-50, 60-40?
60-40. Like, they could have had the toys. They could have had the toys and they kept the toys, and then naturally the girls are going to be like, "Hey, I want to play with those toys." Well, of course they're going to want to play with those toys, right? There's too much for me. Where like there's too many questions that I think we need to answer. But I don't think I'm not saying it's bullshit.
Good. Love that take. Buddy, what you got? What you got?
Respawn and reset. You know what I mean? They just respawn. They just respawn.
Like Bond characters.
But first of all, here's the crazy thing: like if your 5 or 6 year olds died, right? Like they died, and then within like a year, you found out that you were like pregnant. Like, damn, you're smashing that soon. Like, I mean, little off putting. You know what I mean? We're not gonna wait a little bit. We're fucking good lord. That's just bad parenting, really. Like, take some time. Take some time. Really think about what you've been through. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's not a thing. I feel like if Dad is really into reincarnation and maybe he wants it to be a thing and wants some, wants a little bit of attention. But then again, there are people. Like there was that kid that like pointed stuff out from an aircraft carrier. I think we've gone over it before. Like, he pointed stuff out, like people that were on an aircraft carrier. That was,
I think I covered that one.
Yeah. I mean, so it's possible. Like it could be. I just feel like it's probably not plausible that like the universe was like, it sounds like this is like a universal, my bad. We didn't mean for them to die right then. Shit. Somebody, hey, shove them back. Just put them back in real quick. Like, put them back in. Restart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that what we're saying the universe is doing? They're like fucking up. Like the universe fucked up, and they're like, hey, we're gonna restart.
I mean,
There's
you
a
don't know.
crazy
You don't-
gray.
I mean,
There's a crazy gray
basically,
alien
they had a-
theory with that. I'm going to
Basically,
cover
we're
this
saying
one.
that
It's
they
going to
got
go
a-
ahead.
They got a mulligan. They got a mulligan at the first 5 years. That's
maybe they did.
maybe, but they better have come up with some good shit from then on. Like, you got reset.
It's just
You
so
got-
weird.
you got
It's
to
so
do
weird.
good
If that
stuff.
is happening, like actual universe, whoever's in charge is saying, "Hey, all right, you get another shot at this."
Can you imagine
know?
like St. Peter was like standing there and these two little girls show up and he's like,
No, go back.
What are you doing? What are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like, shit. Their guardian angel was like somewhere in the back, like drinking a pint, if you will. It was like, oh, Jesus, they got hit. What? We're screwed. And then they showed up. That guy got fired, guaranteed. He's
All
not
right, so
that
Buddy's
guardian- he
take is a
didn't-
mulligan.
earned
Buddy's
his
take is a
wings.
mulligan.
mulligan.
Mulligan. Universal mulligan is Buddy's take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
So,
wonder
yeah.
if they count themselves as like, 75 years old right now or 86. You know what I mean? Like, do they count the time before? Does it count? Do they have 2 birthdays?
It's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but
You
again,
told me this
after
was a
fi-
sad
after
fucking
five,
conspiracy, and here
there's
you
no more
are throwing-
memories because it's new.
Yeah.
Everything's new. They get to move on. Tanner's going, what the fuck is happening right now? This is the dumpster fire. We don't know what's happening. But Buddy, I'll recap. Buddy is saying that this is from St. Peter and a bad guardian angel who didn't earn his wings. And when these kids showed up to St. Peter, Peter was like, bro, not yet. Go back. Right. And then, but they had to start over. Otherwise you couldn't just put them back in there.
Like, we don't have
you
a
gotta
slot
start
for
over.
you right now. You're literally
Yeah.
84 years early. Calm down.
There's a wait list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, heaven's
Exactly.
not big. Like, we don't have a home. We don't have an opening. Could be.
So what is it, Nick? Just that's it.
I mean, I believe in reincarnation. I don't believe. And there's something that's when kids usually said that's the car that killed us. what happened after that? Did they
Was it the car?
like dad just let it go? Like I guess he's
I mean, I
good.
guess we don't know though if they went I don't know if a court case happened. I didn't look too deep into that. Like I don't know if it was like a hit and run. Like it could have been that car,
And then people also, I mean, can you shape it to where you want your kids to, you kind of like
absolutely
you're making it happen. So but I got a question because it was in England. Now back in the 50s in your history books, were like local commoners, like the peasants, were they able to have like dogs, like dags, or no? Just the upperdies could have.
I think everyone was allowed dogs. I was trying to honestly, as soon as it was in Hexham, I was like, where Hexham is. Like, is Hexham like a weird place where nothing happens as well, right? Like, that could be a legitimate.
I know.
I've never.
Yeah,
been
now
to
I know.
I've had
next
that.
answer to
I've had
this is
that
gonna
take.
be now.
I've had that take before, where it's like there's nothing going
Multiple
on here in
times.
this town, and so they just needed to make their town relevant and get some tourism there.
Yeah.
So
we covered. What have we covered? All kinds of like monsters and stuff, like lizard people and stuff that attack humans.
Ben
and
looked up Hexham. Where's Hexham?
Hexham's
right
Hexham, in the middle of nowhere. It's as north as north as you can get, as north as you
It's
you
your
can get
people.
really before you hit Scotland. So like it's a little village
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
I know a
could
Scottish guy.
legitimately
He's fucking crazy. So yeah.
They could just be bored.
One guy. That's
Yeah.
So I believe in I like the Native American story where like a dog is a ancestor coming back, right? And that's like I want to believe that, like because that's why dogs always have that connection. I was just thinking maybe they don't have dogs there, and that was like they just wanted to kind of feel that way. I didn't know. I said it's the 50s, Dave. Were commoners allowed to have dogs when the king was still running the country?
Oh my
God! Like, did you have yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going with that one. I think like dogs are a free for all. I think they have been for a while. I think.
Yeah.
I'm no expert, but I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, we're all experts in our own mind, so I think all of our takes were spot on. Pretty much.
Pretty sure mine was the one that was spot on. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. No, I mean yours definitely. I like it.
Yeah, they showed up too early, and
yeah,
they had to go back.
All
They had to get the queue, if you will.
Well, I was a little
It's a good
upset.
theory.
All right,
Real quick. Next weekend, we're going to talk about, I think it's called loosh farming. And that might just blow your theory out of the window. Then we got to ask more questions. But we'll save it for next Saturday, Trash Talkers. So make sure you tune in again. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. I got, when I do the Book of Earl, I'm usually talking about that I either acted wrong or I acted great or whatever, and I'm like it's what I learned from it.
Usually wrong.
Usually wrong, but I'm never wrong more than once. So it's you learn from it and you just get after it. I was a little upset with Buddy's honesty cap last week, just to be honest. Like after a month off, he went back to an oldie that he already talked about before.
You did talk about man buns in the
yeah, you were against man buns in the past. So maybe just like
this is different. I was mad at the research.
Buddy, you're not the one. You're not the one presenting the honesty cap. You don't get the talk right now.
You're not going to attack me and then me not retort.
I can't have feelings. You're saying I can't have feelings? What are you, a communist?
I'm mad about the resurgence of man buns simply because of one really good football player from the Netherlands. Fuck all that noise, or Norway or wherever.
I'm just saying, I thought that,
buddy.
I thought after a month.
Let Nick finish. We got on a FaceTime call, the three of us, after the show, and you had told us why you don't like man buns. You gave us the real story. Obviously, I'm not going to share that on the air, but just shut up. Just don't talk.
Yeah. So I thought, after a month of what triggered me, there was a lot that was triggering me, and I know some people are probably thinking, oh, he's going to come on here and talk about the trans people again, the make-believe people that don't really like the people exist, but what they think they are is not real. And that's fine. Everybody plays, make-believe, but I'm not going to talk about that, even though that pro basketball player just said that with the bylaws of the WNBA, you can join the WNBA if you identify as a woman. So he declared himself eligible for the WNBA draft. Legend. That guy is a legend. Absolutely go do that. But what I really want to talk about, which is the hot button topic with the veteran community right now, and that's the Richard Starr Act, and then the Take Care of Veterans Act. And Buddy and I, you can unmute Buddy because he did have a good point when we were talking about this in France. If you're gonna send us to war for 20 years, 20 plus years, right? You better fucking believe it. You owe us, right? And then like Buddy's point was that at some points in time we were just driving around looking for bombs. Like, so when you get blown up or yada yada yada, all this stuff, it happens. Here's where I get, here's what triggered me, and I want to kind of get it out to the veteran community. Is one, the VFW, the headquarters, we haven't liked them since we started Veteran Trash Talk. And then when I talk to my apolitical people in DC, they're like, dude, they're crazy liberals that run the headquarters. And I'm still like, okay, whatever, I'll look into it. So I contacted somebody who used to be the spokesman for the VFW, no longer is, because of that same reason. So I start digging in more because the bigger old bell curve, right, left and right, you got your morons over here, you got your morons over here, and then you got less dumber, kind of average people, then people kind of got it, right? And they can go both directions. So if you're not tracking what the Take Care of Veterans Act is, it's the way that politics works now and how they pass bills. They just put a bunch of shit into one bill, right, to get it to pass. The big stink that the VFW is saying with their honor the contract, right? First of all, I didn't sign any freaking contract, Tanner, that said, hey, if I fucking mouth breathe, I get 50% disability, right? Like sleep apnea, whatever. All right. It's been studied to the point now where it's like, if it's not service connected, you're not getting an automatic 40%. Okay. And then hearing loss and tinnitus. Hearing loss is still a thing. How many veterans have you seen complain that, my hearing loss wasn't rated service connected?
I got zero for hearing.
Right.
And
but
I got
again,
shot in that year.
Yeah, if you look at your hearing loss, if it's on par with your age, right, they're not going to give you a service connected hearing loss. Now, if it's further down than it should be, probably because something happened and your ears didn't recover, right? So they have
also because they can provide hearing aids. Also because they can provide so you don't need hearing loss. And I know that's what you're about to go at, but
no, I'm not going to get I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole different conversation about healing veterans as opposed to just keeping them freaking normal or what they are. But what they're complaining about is this Section 108, which I've read Section 108 about 400 times at this point in my life right now. And there's nothing in there that takes away a benefit. Nothing. Right? It just, you have to be service connected. And then it rates you. And then if the CPAP machine doesn't work, you get rated higher. All right? So like it's still there. And then they're like, get rid of the pay as you go. So Big Earl trying to stay center, right? Big Earl getting triggered as fuck, right? Watching the VFWs make all this noise and stop all this, stop things. They fought for it. The pay-as-you-go in 1990 was passed by President Bush. All right, that and the Congress then, all right, where it said you had to justify by cutting and how you're going to pay for it in the future. Here's another conspiracy that conveniently expired in 2002. Right after 9/11, and the government was able to spend that government was able to spend a ton of money without justifying it. All right, they just wham, right? The military-industrial complex, boom, right? Huge. So then in 2010, the Democrats passed the Pay-as-you-Go Act with no expiration date. There are things that were exempted, like Medicaid. And something else was, I forget what else was exempted. You know what wasn't exempted? Was veterans benefits, the VA, or any type of DOW spending as it comes to like pay and or retirement. So where was our great VSOs in 2010 lobbying to make sure that these things were exempted? That's who I'm going to call out. All right. I'm going to call out anybody carrying on that lineage and that is actually apolitical. Where were you then? Why didn't you exempt it then? So that's what was triggering me, because guess what? Just because I say something like this doesn't mean I'm supporting the Take Care of Veterans Act, or I'm not supporting the Richard Starr Act. I'm telling you what they're doing in the bill is fucking law. Right? They're exempting. Yeah, right. Tanner was like, hey, in 2010, I was getting smoked by you guys. Yeah, you were.
In front of my CP, damn it. Do some push-ups right now, Tanner. Do some damn push-ups right now.
Yeah. But again, they have to justify it. So either you're playing party politics as the Legion who supports it, or the VFW that doesn't support it because of one section that's literally law that they have to have it in there of how they're going to pay for it. Right? What are we doing? What are we talking about? All right. And again, Big Earl always say it. I made fun of you if you were a mouth breather when you were in, and I'm going to make fun of you if you're a mouth breather when you're out. All right. I get it. You're sad because the mouth breathers in the past are getting paid for being a mouth breather, and the ones in the future won't. Pretty much what you got there. All right. Now, well, I got sleep apnea from TBI. Okay. Then it's fucking service connected. You're going to get rated. So that's what really, really triggered me. And the last thing I'll bring up about it is it's a good example when you want to look at capitalism versus socialism. All right. The VA system is a socialist system. It's doable.
Army system is a socialist system.
Army's more authoritative capitalist. You can pass.
I'm not complaining, dude. Healthcare for life, retired, baby.
So like the VA, it's controllable. It's controllable because it's a small population. And I've always said socialism can work in a very, very small population. The issue is you have like the Vets Guardian, these fucking, claim sharks. They're in a capitalist society, right? They can go into a socialist society and be corrupt as shit because socialism is corrupt. All right. So you want to know who doesn't want sleep apnea to go away? Vets Guardian, because they're going to get you 40% for that shit. Their doctor's going to say, hell yeah, that was service connected. You know what else they can't test for? Tinnitus. All right. You know what else they can't test for? Plantar fasciitis. All right. You know how many, and I made my last thing. I got to stop. I'm going to get too worked up.
All right? We got to get to the guests today, Nick.
We got to get to the guests.
This needs to be a separate show. I love it.
I want to see a study of how many people have sleep apnea that also say their dick doesn't work. I guarantee you it's like 98%. 98%, because you can't test that shit either. All right. So anyways, yeah, let's get to the guests. Unless you guys got something on that rant.
I got nothing. I'm not educated enough on this. I've been watching you and Tanner.
Sleep apnea.
Go ahead and interrupt me, buddy. That's what you do. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, you just said it. You can't get sleep apnea without a sleep study that actually says that you have it. And like the your dick doesn't work thing, yeah, you can get that without anything. But then again, you would have to also
Guardian can say you went to a sleep study.
How many people do what?
The claim sharks can just make a doctor say you have sleep apnea.
Well, like for instance, like all of us have to. I had to go to get a sleep study before I got out.
I sleep like a baby.
I was told to go get one. I never did. Yeah. But I don't think I have sleep apnea. I mean, Megan's watching the chat, but
again, the other thing is like at the end of the day, you're also not a doctor. The doctor should be able to say whether your sleep apnea or your tinnitus or whatever is service related. And while I like I said, I think there's also two different arguments at the same time. Like there's an argument to be made that somebody that joined the military in 1996 and got out in 2020 had a completely different experience than somebody that joined in 2018 and will get out in 20 years. You know what I mean? If we don't actively go to another war, right? Like, so saying that, those guys that have gotten out in the last like 4, 5, 6 years, whatever, they've had a different experience. They're going to have different service related conditions than somebody that at the end of the day, I think that the people that we could really need to you can't be a veteran and on disability and not be able to also realize that system is being abused by quite a few people. When you go to the VA and you see fucking there's a whole spectrum, right? There's like the guy that's got like a double amputee that's fucking hobbling in there, and you're like, yeah. And then there's a guy that's fucking 23 years old that's walking in there all smiles just to get his health care because he was the basic training, and then has PTSD or fucking what else, whatever. Like you can agree that there's a change that needs to be made, and there's fraud and waste that need to be like controlled, and then there are people that have earned those benefits and should get the benefit of those, and like people are like that. What really pisses me off personally is the civilians that are like, oh, you get disability but you still go to the gym, or you still do this, or you still do that. You're like, yeah, I still go to the gym, but you have no idea the pain that I'm in.
It fucking hurts the next
when I wake up, and
I hate that.
Go to the
I
gym
hate that.
because if I
You don't look like you're 100%.
yeah, if I don't if I don't go to the gym for a
I'll
week,
fucking fall apart, dude.
everything fucking falls apart, and I can't fucking move. Right? Like every morning when I wake up, I walk like a fucking tin man to the bathroom because I can't move my fucking feet and ankles and knees and fucking hips. Right? Like I have the body of a fucking 70-year-old, and I'm 49.
Yeah, well, hey, it's a good segue because I think Ben does some help for people that are struggling.
Let's do this.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it's me. So anyway, I on to bigger and better things. So about to introduce Ben Reed from Redeployable, which I feel like you missed an opportunity to call it like Reed Deployable or something like that. You got to put your name right there. It'd have been right there in it. Whatever. Hey, I'm just a marketing. I don't know about marketing, but whatever. Ben Reed is an Army vet from the British Army. So therefore, he has an accent and probably 50 more IQ points than any of us, just because. And you should listen to him. The information that he gives you may or may not be true, but the accent that he has, you have to listen to it and just be like, yeah, I mean, it's got to be because he's so eloquent. You know what I mean? But anyway, welcome Ben Reed from Redeployable, the CEO of Redeployable, career transition program that works with all of the big guys, Amazon and freaking everybody. So welcome, Ben. How's it going? Welcome to the Trash Talk Hour.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I learned something then, like on that kind of like 10-minute segue into benefits and stuff about that. So like, I was just sitting there like nodding, just trying to figure out, exactly what you're talking about. And nobody in the UK thinks I'm eloquent. I just want you to like, my accent is not an eloquent accent in the UK. So
it doesn't matter.
But I do get that.
Yeah,
I'm in the States a lot, and like I do find that people think I'm smarter than I am just because I've got this accent. So it's a
true. Imagine, so here's the deal. Imagine that like I'm from Alabama. I go to the UK. Nobody goes, oh my God, that guy, he's got it going on. You know what I mean? It's the opposite. And you're like the kind of the Alabama.
Nobody in the United States, when they hear an Alabama accent, thinks you got it going on either.
Yeah. It's true. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but if he comes here, if he comes to Alabama, we're probably building a building after him. You know what I mean? Like we don't even. Fuck you! Did you guys meet Ben Reed? Like this guy sounds
talking fucking genius.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with that big brain, Ben? What do you got going on?
Oh, we do you know what? I got out of the army in 2018, and I moved into tech. But the backstory was my brother was in the military. He was in British Army. My sister was in British Army. She did 24 years. My brother did 7. I was going to go to college, university equivalent in the UK. And I just quit college. It's called sixth form over here, and followed them into the army. So I got out and I got helped. When I got out, my brother was in tech. He again, no qualifications when he left school, but he's a smart dude who we were all enlisted. And I got into tech and it was great. I had like an awesome career. And I just could see so many of my friends who were like not really fulfilling their potential, in my opinion. And they were like stagnating, underutilized, not getting paid what I thought they deserved. So that's what we're all about. We're all about how can you like elevate people in this community, but in the States, in the UK, I don't care if it's Australia, right? I think something about the people that you serve with, like this kind of ethos and the way you are, that's what I love. I didn't love my job in the army. I just love the army. I love the people. I just thought it was class. So that's what we do. We build technology to try to like highlight that to big organizations like an Amazon or an Anduril. Whereas like a lot of these recruiters and hiring managers got no idea what each of you did in your career, right? And a resume is not helping anybody really. So we build tech to like elevate and showcase the skills of people that are either transitioning out or a lot of veterans are already out and they're just not landed in the right thing. So yeah.
So when you say
we love
tech,
that. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you say you build tech, what do you mean you build tech for that? Like, are you building an algorithm that, or like a resume writer? Like, what are you building? What does that mean when you say build tech?
Yeah, a couple of things. We built like a system to identify all the skills that someone's developed in their career. So based on rank, based on different roles that they've done, and then we build job simulations. Think of them as like virtual job tryouts. So rather than a company just getting a resume from a veteran, we dissect that experience and help the company understand at a skill-based level exactly where that person meets the requirements they're looking for and where they will have acquired those skills. And then the simulations allow people to go into like a mini scenario or mini type of job tryout and showcase how they would operate within an environment. So it just like builds up a big picture of an individual and helps these recruiters to like really understand what they're going to bring to the table.
Does this and maybe I missed the entire this applies to here U.S. soldiers as well, or are you just currently just starting it up in England and that's going to transition to over here? Like,
and
can you
Australia
elaborate on that, brother?
Yeah, not Australia yet, no. But yeah, no, we support more. We support
not
more
those
US
criminals
than we
down
do.
there, huh?
Yeah. There's a questionable down there. No, we support more US than we do UK. Yeah, we're in the US. My co-founder,
Wow.
My co-founder's American. Her dad was 30 years US Navy out of the Naval Academy. My VP product's American, so I'm the only Brit on the senior leadership team.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice, because like when I look at veteran benefits and like we were just talking about like Nick's honesty cap with the VA and stuff, I know like, and I don't want to go too much off topic of what you're doing, but I know like you soldiers over there that have served, like you guys don't even get close to what we get over here in comparison to like VA benefits, educational benefits. Like I've looked into all this and like I have friends like in Germany that served in the German army and stuff, and they're like, dude, like the shit that you guys get, the way your country actually takes care of you, regardless if they're sending us to war or not, but like, how does that translate into like when you heard Nick talking about the VA and the benefits and stuff like that?
Obviously, I'm happy for you guys. Like, that's great that you get this stuff right. But like things like the GI Bill compared to what we get in the UK fucks me off a little bit. I'll be honest. Like what we get in the UK, like it's great for you. This is not me trying to take it away from you guys. Like fucking
no, absolutely, brother, absolutely.
Awesome, but like
Chris, you need to cut this. Mark this time zone down. That's the time of the.
That'd be a good TikTok clip right there.
Yeah, it fucks me off a little bit. Yeah,
Like,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
We get something called an SLC and LCAP, so standard learning and enhanced learning credits, something like that. The SLC is like 180 quid, 180 pounds, right? Like to do some cocktail making course. You can do anything with it, right? Like just whatever. And LCAS is like the bigger chunk, and it's £6,000. You get the whole £6,000 in one go. You've got to take it in 3 tranches. So you get £2,000 a time over a 6-year period, and then you lose it. So like I get like that. I mean, think about the GI Bill, right? Like the GI Bill. I think the GI Bill is absolutely awesome. You know, if you don't take it, you can pass it on to your family. Like it's like a great thing to go and get an education, especially where you're pulling people from, like where the army recruits from where I'm from, because there's no opportunity, right? Burnley, where I originally come from, just an industrial working class town, right? And a lot of people, I had this conversation last night, semi-drunk, with some friends who didn't come from a place I came from, and they all go to university and expected to get education, right? That was the thing. It was just, whereas where I come from, I don't know a ton of people who went to university, right? So like that GI Bill, to me, if you're going to pull people out of little towns in middle America, right, like keep giving them the opportunity to go and study or do whatever they want, right, I think is class. Fortunately, the UK, it's completely different. I think the general sentiment towards veterans is different. It just is.
Yeah, yeah. And your program that you're using right now, obviously with the US, much bigger country, right? We're at 350 million compared to, I don't know what England is at, or Great Britain, whatever the population is. Obviously you're helping people out over there too, but what's a success story of somebody that you guys are helping or introducing to their program or whatever it may be? Like, what's something that you'd be like, you're proud of and you're happy of?
God, do you know what? Like, we get thousands of people coming through our platform now, and we're like we're still early stage. Like, we're still an early stage startup, really. We're working 2 geographers. There's 7 of us, like 7 people on the team full time. So like, for the fact that we got thousands of people coming through, not just getting jobs, but we build like a resume builder, or like ways to think about what compensation you need when you get out to negotiate, or how do you interview properly, or all of those things that are difficult to do. We build tools around that, like pretty good tools as well, good tech to do that. So I think just generally, like, we're supporting a lot of people, and because of that, we've a pretty cool fan base of people who just, you know, community is big, isn't it? But everyone talks, right? Like, people talk, and I think, I don't know, it's not a hard job. Like, for me to do what I do, I'm stressed out all the time because it's like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and like I want to do more quicker. But it's not a struggle to get out of bed in the morning doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm not building a sales widget or a, you know, clothes being, you know, produced at shops in Sri Lanka. I'm something pretty cool for.
Yeah.
Or Nike shops in China. I mean, it doesn't
How
matter.
does you were talking about earlier, you said you guys had a simulation or whatever. So how does that work? Does it, you know, is it something that like the applicant like goes through and does some goes through a simulation and then like a scenario based thing, or what is it?
Yeah, like what like the big problem for me is like that first job churn when you get out. Like, the amount of people who leave their first job in the first 12 months is like pretty high in the state. I think it's like 45% in the States, pretty high. So and to me, the reason for that is like you're trying to determine whether a job's the right fit for you, and it's like, it's going to idea what a data center engineer did when I was leaving, or there's so many different jobs that I had no clue. And the way you try and figure that out is from a job description. Like, I'm sure you've all seen job descriptions before, right? It's like 50 bullet points of like the things that you need to have done or need to know. So this is just a way before they ever apply to try the job out and see what you're going to be doing day to day. And we build them with the companies. So we'll go in there. So like, Amazon area manager could be a job, right? Loads of veterans go and do that. We'll go with hiring managers and people who are experts in that and build out what you're going to be facing, like warts and all. We don't want it to be, we want you to know what you're going to be doing, right? You're managing 80 hourly associates. Black Friday, it's going to be mental. Like, you're going to be working stupid hours. So we try and recreate that to give them a view of it. So to us, somebody doing a simulation and getting a job is a win, but someone doing a simulation and saying, fuck that, I don't want to do that job, is as much of a win in my eyes, because they're not going to be setting themselves back in.
I love that. Yep.
Yeah, great for employee turnover. I'm sure Amazon and like Schneider like that. I saw your website. You got like Schneider Electric's another big company there. What I want to give a message out to the community. Hey, all the website is in the chat on Twitter and on everything else. So go to redeployable.io and go check it out. one of the things that I was talking about with Sergeant Major Carnes, and then we've talked about our mission too, to empower veterans to do great things. Dave makes a lot of videos about that. We don't like to sit here and feel sorry for ourselves. Like, hey, let's get off our ass and do it. Now,
People don't like that.
there
either,
are people that there are people that have got off their ass, done it, got punched in the face a bunch of times, got knocked down a bunch of times, and a lot of that has to do with resume building. I'm talking to you guys out here right now. Listen to Ben. And this will go into the question. But why go get punched in the face when we have people like Ben who are kind of they're doing it for you, right? And there's
providing the resource to help you get to that point. Like
nothing wrong with that, because when I sent my resume to somebody who worked at Amazon, and he's like, "Bro, you got to change this shit," and I'm like, "Why?" It's like it's honest, but. What about the algorithm?
You said about NCOER bullet points, bro.
Yeah, right. And so what's one of the biggest mistakes you've seen? And then, like, how are you fixing it?
Yeah, I think there's I see so many mistakes, man. Like paying for a resume pisses me off. Like you shouldn't have to pay for a resume.
We've had a couple on our show. I'm not saying they're doing a bad thing, but we've had several on our show.
Yeah, find out what they're doing. Hey, we're letting everybody know all the resources.
I know you guys are watching.
I'm not
saying it's a hit on you.
I'm not knocking them, but we've got AI now, right? Like an AI. Like,
no, I'm talking about from our perspective, brother. I'm talking about from our perspective, like knocking them.
Yeah, like they shouldn't have to pay for a resume, right? Like it should be a service at a minimum that they should be getting when they get out, like a good. I think the problem with the system just generally, and it's the same in the UK and same in the US, is we're all the same. In the transition process is all the same, in my opinion. It's like cookie cutter, right? Whereas there's 4 veterans on a call right now, and we've all done wildly different things. Like me, my sister, and my brother, we're like completely different. We might as well be a software engineer, a salesperson, and a project manager. Like my sister was a regimental sergeant major, first ever female regimental sergeant major in the Royal Engineers history. She's a legend.
I love that.
Can we cheers
that?
I'll cheers. She'll never tell anyone either, which pisses me off as well. Like it's something that she hides.
Say her name. Say her name so we can blast it on our entire platform.
Lucy Reed. She's a legend. I know she's my sister, but she's a legend. But like we're different, right? We're not the same people. Like we're nothing. We've got the same like core beliefs around like how you do things, right? But like. She drove diggers and then she led a regiment and like she did different stuff. I fixed aircraft. I was a sergeant, but we all go through this process and we all kind of treat like we're veterans and therefore this is the process when we all want wildly different things and we've all got wildly different experiences. And unfortunately, that to me is like the core problem to begin with. I'd say to me the biggest one I see is like people trying to apply for 100 different jobs, quick apply, like. I want this job, and not being really focused.
I mean, at least you're being proactive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying, brother, for sure.
Being a busy fool, like you don't want to be a busy fool, right? You want to time's your commodity. I think people need to be a little bit more like start thinking about yourself. Like, strategic. Yeah. So I think it's just like building like a personalized path for that individual is what we care about, and we want to be able to do this, and where we're doing it 2 years ago. Like AI has completely changed the game. I'm a big believer. Like I think it's awesome. It's a great tool for people.
100%.
So you also said your brother served as well?
Yeah, he was the least smart one of the lot of us. He was in the Royal Artillery. So
he was a cannon cocker. He was a red leg, as we call him over here.
Yeah, he's doing it right now. He's the oldest. He's doing it right now. Nice. He was a loose cannon. He was a loose cannon when he was younger.
So, are you allowed to sit at the adult table with your sister, like at holidays, or does she like make you like, hey, you got to be over here? Like, hey, Sergeant.
She don't give me any of that shit. She don't give me any of that shit. I helped her when she got out. She got out after me, so I helped her. So she just leaves me alone.
Okay.
She's a boss.
Did you write her resume for her? Did you get her to do some simulations? Like, hey, I got something for you.
Yeah.
I just connected to loads of people. I just did everything like I would have expected. But my brother helped me, got out after my brother, and my sister got out after me. So I tried to square it away as much as I could, So
Right.
she's doing it right.
So where
I love what you guys are doing. This is awesome. Yeah, and I know Nick, you put the link in the chat already, but everybody needs to go check that out again.
Now, is it a pretty? I went on the website, but for the people watching, like, where do they navigate to? Where's the first place they should go when they get to your website? What should they click on?
Just log in, and you can get like career tools. We do all sorts of crazy stuff, like what look up your state and see what big infrastructure projects are coming in the next 18 to 36 months. See where all the opportunity is. They can just sign up. There's so much in there for them to do for free. Like, we don't charge a veteran a penny for any of the things that we build for them. We make our money from employers. That's our job. Just get them to sign up. Just sign up to. You'll see a big sign up login button on Redeployable, and they can crack on.
That's great. So the veteran doesn't pay anything.
No, absolutely not. Never. No.
Okay. No, I like that.
Damn.
I like that. Yep. And,
Yeah.
'cause I mean, we know
We
that.
gotta talk after a show so we can push this a little bit more, because I mean, you already mentioned, and you guys started 2 years ago, right? You said, what was your
3
3 years ago?
And you got thousands of applications coming in a day. So you're like making a difference on a pretty significant level, And then, like, we have a lot of struggling veterans, and yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Nick.
What is the growth like? What are we looking at? Like what's the next step for
What are your KPIs?
How are you gonna? Yeah. How are you gonna? What's your like next steps of innovation and all that kind of stuff? How are you gonna grow?
It's like, do you know what? Like, I know a big thing for you guys as well is talking about like veteran businesses, and it's like a big thing. That shit is like another story in itself, in my opinion. This kind of veteran entrepreneur journey, like, fucking what? It's wild. Because I didn't know
Coffee and t-shirts, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know. I had no aspiration to run a business when I left the military, ever. Like, no aspiration. It didn't even come up in my mind, right? So, like, to me, everything is always about, with running a business like this, especially in 2 geographies, it's taking risks. Cash flow is always the challenge. Always will be. Yep. Like, you've got to be careful with everything you do. But like, taking the risks to keep building awesome technology and stay where we need to be at with people like Amazon. We work with Anduril in the States, who was super exciting, in my opinion, in this space. But not overexerting ourselves. Like, it's so easily done. So we've got a load more coming with Amazon. We've got a load more big businesses in the States that I think we're going to win in the next 4 or 5 months to round out the year. So we'll grow on 600, 500%, 600% this year if we play our cards right, which is cool. But I'm
That's
just never
significant,
happy,
brother. That's significant.
How much of that do you got to give back to the king?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip the business to the States, so it's a US topco incorporated business, and then I want to think about that.
Yeah, move it to Texas.
Move it to Texas.
Yeah. Just make up a random crypto, and you can do that. Invest in it, you'll make millions, man, billions.
Yeah.
Dude, I had my first ever barbecue in San Antonio not long ago, and I think I'm just gonna land there because I've never had a barbecue in my life until I had that barbecue.
You're gonna have to go to Nashville, visit Buddy, get some of that Nashville hot. So.
Well, I went to Nashville as well. And I don't drink very often, but when I do, I don't mind having a drink.
Were you drinking last night?
I drank. Yeah, but it was the most British thing you could ever. Yeah, so I took for like 3 months. So I went to the village cricket game yesterday here in the UK. I don't like cricket, but it's like this big thing we have every year, and there are hundreds of people there, and yeah, I did have a drink. But in Nashville, I got took out by, don't know if you know the Honor Foundation. We were
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So I was with them in Nashville, and I ended up going out with all their HR ladies after it into Nashville, and I was a stinking mess at the end of it. It was a brutal night out.
Yeah, Broadway Street will get you. Broadway Street will get you.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where that's at. I know. I just did that for you, buddy, because I haven't come and visited in a while.
Yeah, next time you go to Nashville, you gotta call Buddy up. Or you come out to LA, you gotta call me up. Next time you come work with Andrew.
Out to Arizona, brother. Yep.
Yeah. Nothing's in Arizona.
I would say that
Arizona's amazing. Arizona's amazing.
it's not hard to make British people excited about food anywhere other than England. Like, I'm just saying. You guys have some
Fish and chips
questionable tastes.
after a while. Fish and chips after a while.
One of my good friends is he's talking like he's thinking about he's about to propose to this chick that's British chick. And I was like, where are we having the wedding? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, well, can we not have beans and toast for like, I'm not trying to have beans and toast for like fucking a meal. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that noise.
Yeah. And seeing as we're bridging international gaps here with the Trash Talk Hour, and we're finding out more about our British battle buddies. I did love working with the Paras. The British Paras were a lot of freaking fun. Like good time with them. But do you actually eat the egg that's like in a little cup and like you crack it?
Yeah.
At the top.
Yeah, of course
Who
we do.
doesn't? That's
Regularly.
good.
Yeah.
Jammy eggs. They call them jammy eggs. It's fucking weird.
No, I don't. I don't call them jammy eggs.
Dave, you do not do that at your house.
Not here at the house, but if you go to a really fucking fine restaurant and you have that breakfast, you crack it and then you just scoop it out of the egg, bro.
Yeah, but you lived in Europe.
What do you do with boiled eggs then? What do you put them in? When you dip them in bread?
Peel them and you put them in
scramble them or you make them over easy and you eat them with toast and bacon like an American.
Yeah. And if you got to boil an egg, you boil it hard enough that you peel all the shit off of it.
But we're learning.
Yeah, you
Ben.
feed
we're learning from
Easter. On Easter, you give the hard-boiled eggs. No, I'm just kidding, buddy.
The kids eat them.
Eggs.
Yeah.
They eat them all the time.
I disagree. I disagree with all of you. Like boiled eggs are stale. 5 minutes.
Wait, so it's boiled? It's boiled and you crack the top.
Yeah, 100%.
They don't taste quite like hard-boiled eggs, Nick. Like when you eat them from the top, they're not quite boiled like hard-boiled eggs. They're soft-boiled. That's what they're called.
No,
right? So you're you have a little bit of the liquid. When you take a little spoon, you go boop boop, and you go, and then you crack it, and then
basically they don't cook their eggs.
I feel like you need to be a mouth breather to eat a soft boiled egg.
So that's just Stallone did it on Rocky.
It's not
Just drinks the egg.
It's not soft boiled.
Ben's saying it's not soft boiled, Dave. And Rocky
Wouldn't it be
drinks
soft boiled?
No, it's
Wouldn't it
not
be
right.
soft boiled, isn't that what they're considered? Soft boiled?
So you've got a pan. You've got a pan, and the pan, there's water in the pan, and it's got to be boiling. You drop the eggs in for 5 minutes exactly, and you have egg timers for this. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yep. And then you pull the things out with a spoon, put them in your little cup, your egg cups, and then you knock the end off. The end off is boiled, so the white is white. It's not that liquid gooey stuff anymore. But the middle, the yolk, is completely runny. And then what you do is you get toast with a load of butter, and you chop it into what we call soldiers. Is what it's called, soldiers. And then you dip your soldiers in the yolk.
They do. My wife at one point was like,
I love it, dude.
My wife at one point was like, oh, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna eat your little soldiers? And I was like, I don't eat.
The fuck you talking about?
Hey, buddy, careful! This is gonna be your second sharp complaint of the show.
If I eat your little soldiers, you gotta have my egg and put your soldiers in. And I'm like, babe, I don't eat soldiers. First of all, secondly, I cook my yolk. I'm not a fan.
You're missing the trick. You're missing the trick.
All right, what else do we need to clear up so the world can go on between America and Britain?
She calls
it. I'll clear it up. This is actually funny, and he can and Ben can answer this too. So I grew up in Germany, 21 years. Okay, I went to German school, so we learned British English at a very young age, right? Like 4th, 5th grade, starting to proper English, right? Not people here call it American, still fucking English, right? Everybody is watching, don't get offended. It's English, okay? But and this is my 5th grade. I was like in like 5th grade, 4th grade, whatever. And my first English class, and the teacher's holding up like school supplies, you know, pencil, you know, ruler, and then she holds an eraser up, and And I'm like, yeah, I got this. Too easy. An eraser. She goes, rubber. And I'm like, as a little child at that age, right? Like, rubber, that's condom in America, but that's my little English versus British
Wait,
English.
so we have to
American
break this
English.
down. We're not calling them erasers anymore.
it's an eraser. They call it a rubber, and then they
Rubber.
call like carport. We call it a fucking garage.
Nah, there's people in America that go
Tomato,
No, that's
tomato.
not-
Carport
not
is a
true.
carport, and a garage is a garage. A garage
Let's-
has
hey,
But
let-
as a young
let Ben
child,
talk.
that was funny to me,
We're
right?
trying to
Like,
figure this shit out here. So
I've
Ben,
never
okay,
heard.
rubber.
I've never heard a garage. We call it a garage. I've never heard a garage.
oh, you guys have upgraded over the years.
I've never heard it
Garage?
carport. It's garage or garage, depending on where you are in the country.
Go Garrett.
100% we call it a
Hello,
rubber.
Garrett.
We never call it.
It's
we
still
never
a
call
rubber,
it
though.
You know what the most annoying?
You call it an
thing is?
eraser, Ben? You call it an eraser?
He just said he calls it a rubber. Anyway,
It's a rubber.
the most
Pay attention.
annoying one is that they called windshields in a car windscreens. There's no screen to it. It's a fucking shield. It shields you from the wind. It doesn't screen the wind. It shields. It's a fucking windshield. And then they
Alright,
get
so
on
Ben,
us. My wife gets on
We
us
got to
all
make
the
a compromise here.
Oh,
I
you
think
thought-
we
hold
We do
let
have to
you
get
keep
on soon.
rubber.
We have-
I think we
Where
let you
else
keep
would you ride a
rubber, but
horse?
you can't keep windscreen. You got to give one up. I think you got to try to change it, like change the
I'd say
narrative.
I'd rather
I
say-
mean,
I'd rather
rubber
say
and
windshield.
eraser, dude.
You'd rather stay with windscreen and get rid of rubber?
I'd rather keep rubber, get rid of, and just call it a windshield. Yeah, that's
Windshield.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Let's start a movement. Let's start a movement, and we'll work on it. Now, here I got another one for you because I knew that this is exactly where you thought this interview was going to go. But again, it is the Trash Talk Hour. I need you to spell this out and tell me, because this is my last name. It has English origins, and nobody in my family knows how to fucking say it. Right? So, like, you can ask my uncle, my dad, somebody else. They all say my last name
Oh, this
differently.
is good. This is good.
So, Cottrill.
Cottrill. Cottrill.
I mean, that settles it, I think. I think we just figured out Cottrill. All right. So from now on, anybody who calls me
Not
Cottrill,
Cottrill. Not
anybody who
Cottrill.
calls me Cottrill is going to get smacked by a rubber. All right.
Fucking
Like,
Cottrill.
That's an English.
Oh.
That's an English name. That's an English name.
yeah.
Cottrill.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Well, my father's side is mostly English. So it's like, I'm like, how do we not know how to say our own last name? I think
Yeah.
the problem is the settlers that came, the conquerors, I should say, that came over in the 1600s. They settled in West Virginia, so they probably weren't smart enough to stay in Virginia, so they went to the hills in West Virginia, and maybe they just forgot how to talk. So, so anybody who calls me Cottrill from now on, I'm gonna hit you with a rubber or throw you through a windshield. All right, so
I think it's fair. I think that's fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
What a great time.
I'm gonna
Fun.
bond to pick with you guys then. Let's do that. I've
Yeah.
got a bond to pick with the Americans.
Let's do it.
I struggle with some of your sports big time. I just can't get excited.
Okay, well, let's get into this. Let's get into this.
I'm trying my
I
hardest.
have to get off soon. But yeah,
Try.
I watch soccer. I watch soccer.
All right,
I'm a
what's the
soccer
bone to
guy.
pick with sports?
I'm a soccer guy. I'm a golf guy. I love UFC. I think it's awesome. I'm into that kind of stuff. Boxing. I can do a bit of boxing. I cannot figure out baseball really. I'm not a big cricket guy either, by the way. So like, I'm just knocking American sports, and I can't get into basketball. They're the two that I'm really struggling with. I think NFL, like football, is, but I just can't. Baseball being the main one, I've tried my hardest to be like, hey, like, there's fucking loads of people love this. Like, it's got it, and I just can't do it.
Nick's gonna get upset because he has a scholarship for baseball.
Sorry, man.
Hey, well, no, baseball again. Baseball, it's a very hard thing to do. So if you're good at it, you're successful 30% of the time, right? And so a lot of kids will quit because they don't got the stones to keep doing it, right? Imagine if you miss 70% of your PKs, you're not playing football no more, right? You're not playing soccer if you're missing 70% of your PKs. But if you hit 30% of these baseballs for a hit, you're a rock star, right? So like it's tough, yeah. But with basketball, as that Shane Gillis bit, he does it the best with only white Europeans have the audacity to play basketball nowadays, because it's not really for the European American, right? Because we think we can play basketball, and like in the 6th grade, we're dribbling around and shit, and then Jamal comes in the gym and just dunks on you, right? And you're like, I'm gonna go try golf, right? I'm gonna go play baseball. But in Europe, they got the audacity because they're not getting dunked on by Jamal at a small age, and so then they keep playing. Like we kind of get selected out of that right away.
So
but yeah,
you're
golf,
saying the competition doesn't increase there; it kind of flatlines at some
right?
point.
They, like I said, only a European has the audacity. A white European has the audacity to play basketball. Like fucking.
It's true. It's true. We
Yeah.
got some G's over here.
I'm not knocking. I'm like difficulty level of all professional sports. I think is like ninja, all of it. Even like
Soccer is the easiest sport to play.
I disagree.
We could go. It's so easy. Nick, let's not even go there. We're gonna have a separate segment. Ben and I will get on with you, and we will talk soccer. Because Ben, dude, I had to listen to this my whole life, man.
I gotta learn so many about
21 years in
Germany. So many countries that I didn't know existed because of the World Cup. I'm like, what is this country? All right, and how are they good at it? Right? Like,
this would be a separate show, but then I bring some ammo. Ben and I will do this.
Hey, all right, hey, let's do it. Ben likes UFC. Ben, we have a UFC show, and we predict fights, and they're really, really good at it. The two guys I have on are really freaking good at it. They went perfect on the fight card last week, and so that fight's about to start in 2 hours. So I'm gonna watch those. We'll have you on the UFC show, but we'll do a football bit as well. We'll do a soccer.
We will do a soccer segment.
Yeah,
soccer is way better than football. Way better.
I've been brought.
And I don't even know what are we comparing? Are we comparing?
No, we're just saying like I'm giving him some of the things that he doesn't understand.
Most
but
watched sport in the world.
Let's not throw. I mean, if they have
most
a TV,
played sport in the world. What are we doing?
Because it's easy. You don't even have to have shoes.
It's accessible. It's accessible.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know, like
we'll do 3 talking points and then we'll kick the show off. We'll do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not knocking. Yeah. I'm not knocking. Like that's not a knock on baseball or basketball. I just can't. I can't understand. It's the same as cricket. I can't understand cricket. Like I can't. I don't know.
I don't get the when they just like block it. Like that was weak. Like I can send that bitch over the wall. What are you doing? Like, I mean, he's hopping it right to you.
Great show.
So yeah, great show. But all right, yeah, Ben. We're gonna turn over to Buddy here for the AAR.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't here for the last few minutes. I take these dogs.
That's all right. You missed everything.
I will say that. So, first things first. Reincarnation. It only happens in a town, very small town in the north part of England. And it's a reset, apparently, and or a mulligan. If you want. It's a mulligan. Apparently, if you want your kids to come back, kill them all at one time, and then you'll have triplets or quadruplets or whatever.
Poor mom, bro.
Alive, buddy.
I'm just saying that's what I got from your story. Maybe you should have got a better story. And then we went into the Richard Starr Act and mouth breathing and VA benefits and a bunch of other
tinnitus, boner issues.
And at the end of the day, honestly, I don't even know what to take from what your Book of Earl was. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what I took from that. And the most important part of the show, Ben Reed.
Wasn't as simple as man buns.
We talked about redeployable. First of all, I'm gonna get if I were to rate it 1 to 10, I'm gonna go with a 9. I actually went on the site. The scenario based shit's pretty cool. And he loses a point though because I could have called it redeployable, and I'm still upset about not being able to use your words, dude. You're like from the home country. You guys came up with this shit.
Yeah, didn't you go to Oxnard?
You should use them better. Like use your words better. Redeployable. It rolls off the tongue. It puts you out there. Like, come on, just do better. Honestly,
Yeah.
just do better.
I agree.
But anyway, so we had Ben Reed from Redeployable.
Hopefully you got your humor. Hopefully you got your humor. Because what you're doing, bro, is fucking awesome, dude.
Go to redeployable.io. Check it out. Like, it really, like, the scenario based things they're pretty cool to tell you whether you want the job, and then they use it to show people whether you'll be good at the job, and transition and get yourself into a position to thrive instead of just survive. So there you go. That's the show. And then they talked about whatever the fuck they talked about. Apparently soccer and football. P.S.
Soccer is football.
I would hate to. I just want to, before I leave, I do want to say this.
Hey, let your dog. Hey, feed your dog, buddy. Like, it's probably hungry.
She's just bitching. Anyway,
okay.
That I would like to put this out before we get. Soccer is your fault, Ben. It's you and your people's fault. You guys came up with soccer, and then you changed it back to football.
You know who came up with soccer?
No. Do you want me to go through it? You want to go through the
Mayans? The Mayans came up with soccer. Are the Mayans?
The Mayans play with a head.
Incorrect.
I'm just saying they started soccer.
They
a little history lesson for y'all that are watching. No big deal.
No. The British came up.
Apparently now he's not. Go ahead, buddy.
The British came up with the word soccer because it was association football, and they shortened everything. They shortened it to soccer. Yeah. And then they decided to call it football after that, and then made fun of us for continuing to go with we just kept it at soccer. So
Brian and I are going to come on versus you two.
Boom.
Football versus soccer.
Yeah, but you guys have rugby, which is awesome. So
rugby is badass.
Rugby's fantastic.
Bro, rugby is next level shit.
I played one game of rugby in my entire life, and I never played it again because
I will say this. Rugby players are fun to hang out with. They're funny as shit.
Yeah, they drink a lot and they got songs.
Yeah.
And they're 6'5", and they're all handsome, and they're it's like a nightmare. They're a nightmare.
All right, I wasn't going to go there, Ben.
Yeah, you guys.
Last words, brother. Last words to you, brother.
Buddy's
last
short,
words.
not handsome. So actually, Buddy gets the most amount of fan mail about his looks because they can't tell how short he is. But yeah, Ben, last words, and let's give us everything.
I'll obviously plug us and come and speak to us. Come and join me. Give us some feedback. It'll help you wherever you're at in your life. And I've had it's late in the UK and made it easy doing this in the UK with you lot. You're funny. I like that you just give each other shit for an hour and a half. Fucking awesome. So thanks very much for having me on. Appreciate it. And soccer, and it's soccer, football as a parting shot, football. You use your feet to hit the ball. Like,
so why don't you call it kickball? Right. Why don't you call it kickball? You should call it kickball.
Just stay on,
why
brother.
don't you call it chest ball or head ball?
Just stay on, brother. I will fucking annihilate both of these fools when it comes to that shit.
We'll call it head ball and chest ball too.
But hey, stay on, brother. Hey, everybody that's watching right now, go tune in to VeteranTrashTalk.com. That is our website where you can rewatch and re-listen. Go check out shop.veterantrashtalk.com. That's where you can buy our awesome merch. And then, hey, this is like a amazing podcast, something you guys should listen to. He's doing some great things for the veteran community. So if you're struggling, if you're like out there trying to find your next thing, go to the website, check it out, and your life will change. Maybe, maybe not. Faceman VTT out. Boom.